Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Vape-Onaire? We're with my good buddy Dubb, and he's about to do something that's never been done before. He's about to win $1 million. Let's get back to the game. Hi Dubb, how you doing?
Doing great, Ryan. This is awesome.
This is an exciting moment, guys. This has never happened on Who Wants to Be a Vape-Onaire.
About to be the first.
You're about to be the first. We've made it this far, man. If you can answer one more question.
It's been a long road. It's been a long road.
It has. It has. All right. For $1 million, identify the deck of this RDA. All right, Dubb. Is it A, the Recoil Rebel, B, the Cartel Mods Obelisk, C, the digiflavor Drop RDA, or D, a giant bag of dicks?
Well, I think I can safely say it's not a giant bag of dicks. You know, pretty sure it's not the Nudge RDA. Definitely not the Recoil. You know, I don't know why I'm waiting. You know, everybody knows that this is the Drop RDA deck. You know, Ray Charles could see that, you know. Final answer, C, the Drop RDA deck.
Are you sure you don't want to use a lifeline, Dubb?
No, I don't want to use a lifeline. Why would I need a lifeline? It's the Drop RDA.
I'm pretty sure you want to use a lifeline, Dubb.
Listen here, you Pat Sajak wannabe. I want C, final answer. Give me my check.
All right, well, his final answer was C, the Drop RDA, and let's see if that's right. Oh, I'm sorry, Dubb. The correct answer is B. That is the Obelisk from Cartel Mods.
Are you on crack? That is clearly the Drop RDA.
I'm sorry, Dubb, it's not. It is the Obelisk.
What the fuck?
Join us next time on Who Wants to Be a Vape-Onaire. Who will be the next victim?
This is bullshit!
Get out of here!
What up, YouTube? Welcome in Between Two Beards. I'm Justin, aka Dubb.
I'm Ryan.
And today we are doing our last full review for the year.
Last one, guys. We've made it almost a whole year.
Almost. We started this in February, and here we are in December.
Blows my mind.
It does. It's crazy. I mean, considering we were just like, yeah, so this is not good, and this one is good.
Juicy sucks.
Juicy. Anyway, next week, don't fear though, we don't have a review for you guys next week, but we are going to be bringing out our tops and flops episode, which is basically going to be the best of everything in each category that we thought of over the course of the year.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. It'll be fun, you know.
Yeah, a little Christmas episode.
A little Christmassy. Anyway, today we're doing a full review of the, I guess it would be digiflavor Drop RDA.
Collaboration between digiflavor and Brian from the Vapor Chronicles.
Right.
So not gonna waste any time. We're gonna go ahead and dive down and look at it up close, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Here's gonna be a real quick up close with the Drop RDA, a collaboration between digiflavor and Brian from the Vapor Chronicles. It says right here, drop, and then it says a TVC creation. That's kind of a clever play on words there. But anyway, your standard box that most of this stuff is coming in these days. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a box. So anyway. All right, inside the box, you're going to get this Ultim 810 drip tip that, I'm sorry, dude, why? This is so ugly. With the drip tip this thing came with on it is amazing. This was a waste of just everything. You're going to get a drop user's manual, and then you're going to get a spare bag with a tri-tool and a squonk pin and extra O-rings and your 510 adapter and your extra post screws. All right, and here is the drop itself. You can see we've got this cool like two-tone color thing. You know, this is something different with the silver on the top and the bottom and the black in the middle. And if you get the silver one, The barrel is silver, and then everything else is black, so that's kind of cool. Here's the nice drip tip this thing comes with. This is a clear, I don't know if this is acrylic or Ultem or what, but it feels like Ultem, and it's just really nice, and it's clear, and it looks cool. It's 810 compatible, so your goon drip tips will fit in here. Here you've got your T-shaped perforated airflow, and as you can see, as you spin this thing, you will close off one hole at a time, one row at a time. And this is kind of genius, honestly. So there's the top row closed off, there's the second row, there's the third row, and then finally the bottom. And if you keep going, it just opens the whole thing back up. So there's a lot of airflow customization that you can do here, and I really like that. Personally, closing off just that top row and then leaving the rest of it open, personally, is the perfect airflow for me on this. But anyway, on the bottom here, you've got Drop digiflavors logo, designed by the Vapor Chronicles. Your, I believe, non-adjustable 510 that is connected to the positive pin in there, but it does protrude out a lot. Some may say even a little too much on certain mods, but nonetheless, that is hybrid safe. And then your screw for your negative post right there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw this on a mod. So let's take a look at that deck. I do love these notches right here on the barrel and the deck that keep it. You don't have to worry about getting juice on your O-rings. You'll never have to worry about the deck or the barrel spinning on you. So I think that's a great design right there. So let's pull this off. This thing has great O-rings on the deck. Mine, this is Dubb, so these are a little bit looser than mine actually, which is kind of weird, but regardless, they're still pretty good. Just mine are a lot tighter than that. But yeah, here you go. Here is your deck. You've got this kind of reversed dead rabbit thing going on here. It's a great deck to build on, honestly. It's, you know, the dead rabbit had the post in the middle and you build out this way. This one's the other way around. You've got the post out here and you build in this way. You've got your positive post right here and your negative post right there. Everything's gold plated and looks nice. Obviously don't have the squonk pin in here right now, but if you have the squonk pin in there, it raises out of the deck a little bit, so as the juice comes out, you know, it'll suck back whatever's left, but anything's still in this very nice deep juice well. This is a great little RDA for squonking for sure. But yeah, and then you've got flathead screws on there, which I personally love. I hate Phillips because they strip out too easy, and I hate the hex heads because they strip out even easier than that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and throw a build in here. These are my alien coils that I build, and I just want to quickly show just how easy this thing is to build on. So here we go. Alright guys, there she is, built and wicked and ready to go. One thing to keep in mind when you put your wicks in, make sure that directly between the posts underneath your coils is nice and open, because that is where your airflow is going to go in and come back up and out into your mouth. So we're going to go ahead and juice this guy and get back out and talk to you about it. We'll be right back.
Alright guys, that was the up close of the digiflavor Drop RDA. And
yeah, there's kind of a lot to say about this RDA.
I didn't think there would be, but there is. So first and foremost, let's get the elephant out of the room.
Here's the, okay, let's preface this by saying that we both really enjoy this RDA.
It's all right.
I love it. He is pretty indifferent about it, but likes it.
No, I like it. I like it. It's just, we'll get into that a little later.
We disagree on a couple things, but regardless of our personal feelings about it,
I'm not crazy about the fact that he ripped the deck off, which is exactly what he did.
We didn't want to use those words, but there's no words that we can use And I'm going to
He might have fine-tuned it
a little bit. Change the airflow. But, and the only reason we even bring this up is because there's two reasons, really. First off, there was this big, like, heartfelt, sobby thing that was released a month ago or so about how he spent, you know, like a year of his life designing this deck.
If you haven't seen it, check it out.
It's a good video.
It's a good video, but he's like
a lot of detail on the deck and how you can build it and stuff.
It reminded me of the behind the music of like Metallica making the Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
Half of everybody I knew was divorced.
Right.
Kids, you know, didn't want to see me because I was working so hard on this.
But the simple truth is this deck is identical almost in every way. It's like 94% identical to the obelisk from our cartel mods.
Right.
And I'm going to flash that right now. Now, did you get a good look at that? I'm going to go ahead and flash the deck of this RDA right now. Now, here they are together. Their airflow is definitely different, without a doubt. The barrel and the cap and everything's different.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
It's identical.
But the deck's identical. So I'm going to drop him some points just because it's like, dude, had you come out and said, hey, I just kind of took some stuff from...
Yeah, and fine-tuned it. Made it
I fine-tuned and made it what I wanted it to be. I'd have been like, dude, cool, awesome.
We're not trying to start anything.
We're really not. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's still a good vape. It's just
we just have to point out the truth here.
Right.
And the truth is this deck is completely ripped off from the obelisk. And does that make it bad? No. Apparently the obelisk is a phenomenal vape. I haven't used it, but I kind of want to now because I really like this RDA.
Maybe we'll have a shootout in the new year.
Maybe we'll try to get our hands on the obelisk.
But like I said, the truth of the matter is, guys, I was just kind of laughing my ass off because, like I said, there was this whole, I made the best RDA that I could ever figure out how.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
And we're not trying to rip on Brian. We don't know him.
We don't know him.
Met him. I've
never met
talked to him.
The guy seems nice enough
like
or whatever.
A cool dude, but...
You know, I just think it was funny, though, because, like, as soon as we started like, dude, does this look familiar to anybody else but us?
And when it boils down to is Grim Green did a review, and you guys know we're big Grim Green fans. Nicest dude you'll ever meet in your entire life, and he did the review of the drop, and he gave it a very good review, but all he simply said was, I wouldn't buy it. That's all he said. Started this big war between the people that are
how dare you
fans of the Vapor Chronicles and him, and it was kind of funny. It's like
the vape team.
Yeah, the vape team. And again, we don't know any of those guys. I've never met those guys. So I don't really care.
As far as I'm concerned, they're all cool dudes. You know?
Yeah, they're super cool dudes. I enjoy watching.
We really just were like, dude, we got to point it out.
We got to point it out.
We got to point it out.
And he didn't even bring this up.
And it's sad because I've seen no other reviewer do it. And it's like, okay, we're not talking like, oh, well, you know, he kind of took this and mixed it with that. No, that would have been kind of an innovation of a new deck.
Yeah.
He literally said, all right, guys, this is our starting platform.
Let's change the top cap and put my name on it and be done with it.
Even the stops, which I love.
Yeah.
I love these little posts right here that help it, you know, with the spinning. Even those were on the obelisk. So... Like I said, guys, we're going to go into pros and cons.
To point that out first.
But we had to point it out.
It has to be said. This is a half-price obelisk, in my opinion. That's about a $70 RDA. This one's about $35. So,
all right. Well, let's get into what we do like about it, guys.
Completely aside, pros and cons time. Pros for me. I love building on this deck. This deck is... I'm a huge fan of the Dead Rabbit. I don't think there's any secret about that. I gave it a glowing review. I still love it. I still use it all the time. I love the Dead Rabbit. The flavor's amazing. I like building on it. This is basically, if you have the Dead Rabbit, or the posts are kind of here and you build out, this one's kind of the other way. They're out here and you build in. And I think this one's actually a little bit easier to build on. You've got more room under the post holes, if you want to call them that. You know, they're kind of platforms shaped like this, and you drop your coils in, like we saw up close. You've got more room underneath to make your leads go in, and then you can clip them. Whereas the Dead Rabbit was a little tight under there. So I think it's a little bit easier. It has a juice well. It's got a nice deep juice well, as opposed to like the Dead Rabbit didn't have a juice well.
Without making the RDA 12 feet tall.
Right,
you know?
Right. It's a normal size dripper, and you know, it's got a nice juice well. Wicking is super easy.
Wicking's fairly easy on it.
The flavor on this RDA is phenomenal. This is another RDA that if you don't get good flavor out of it, you've you're the one that messed up. That's your issue, not the RDAs.
That's fair.
I think that's fair to say. And again, I'm not being a dick, but if you don't get good flavor out of this, then you've done something wrong. Because the flavor on the coils, it's like you've got the top of your drip tip right here, and then the coils are like right there. I mean, they're right there. Now with that, you kind of got to be careful on what build you put in here and what juice you use.
Oh, now you're just jumping into my cons.
Well, I'm throwing it out. Okay, I'll let you say it later then. It can get a little spitty. That's all I'm saying. The coils are so close to your mouth that if you're not careful, it'll just flood your mouth.
I got one last night, guys. I was just vaping it, and I put some juice on there, vaped it, and I got one in the back of my throat. I'm like,
yeah, it's a little painful. It can be a little painful.
You know,
the build that I have in mind is the aliens that I build, and I have a little bit of that problem if I overdrip. If I don't, as long as I don't overdrip, I'm fine. Grim Green video, he said, just purge it a little bit and you'll be fine, and that's totally true. If you just purge it a little tiny bit, you'd have no problems.
I haven't had too many issues with the spittiness of it, but that is there.
I love the drip tip. I love this clear.
Really like the drip tip.
It's like, it's got the same feel and texture of Ultim, but it's not that ugly stabilized piss look.
Right.
You know?
Fossilized piss.
Yeah, but it comes with an actual Ultim one, and I don't understand why. You got this great looking...
yeah, I don't know why he made it the yellow, but he actually made it like a smokestack, which right out the gate, I'm not big on the smokestack look.
That one will literally never, ever, ever
Yeah, I'm not big on the smokestack, but that kind of goes into some of my pros. I like how many items he included in the little package here. Yeah. You have the option, if you are a 510 drip tip guy, you have an adapter for that. If you like this drip tip, you can do that. This is one of the nicest drip tips I've ever placed my lips upon.
Out of the box, really do. It's a great drip tip. It's a wide drip tip.
But
it's not too wide.
Yeah, it's not too wide.
It's kind of right on the cusp of being too wide, without going over.
Right.
I like this better than the drip tip that comes on like the Goon, like the actual
Dead
Goon.
Rabbits for even. Well,
I like the Dead Rabbit.
Yeah, but this is just nice.
This is a nice drip tip.
It's nice that I can open a box and I don't have to just chuck the drip tip right away. You know what I mean? I can actually rock this drip tip, and it's cool that it's clear because it's different. It's different. But also, you don't have to have matchy-matchy. You can, you know, this is on a Spectrum right now, and this thing's just rocking.
I mean, this RDA looks terrible on my Basilisk just because black and silver and then all the blues and stuff, but who cares, you know, whatever. But yeah, drip tips are good. Again, the Ultimate it comes with is just long and tall and ugly, and I will never use it, but it's in there if that's what you're into, I guess.
I know, okay, probably this is going to be a subjective con, but it's just me personally. Like I said, he absolutely just loves this. I'm really, 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 really enjoying it. So before people heard the pitchforks and the fire, you know, I really am enjoying this RDA. However, it is of my opinion, I don't feel like the wheel was reinvented here.
No.
Here's another issue that I have. With the flavor being so good, with the coils being so close to the drip tip, unfortunately, this is one of the hottest vapes ever, and it's not so much that, oh, it's hot, good. No, it burns my fucking lips within a second or two of firing it.
This particular build, I generally will vape at 100 to 110 watts, normally like 110. I've got it at 96 because any higher than that is just too hot.
I can't get it past 90 without burning my lips, guys.
So
now
it gives you a nice hot vape. I mean,
it gives you a nice hot vape, but I never thought I'd say it. It's too fucking hot, and I'm sorry, but I feel like, okay, the coils are here, and we did that specifically for flavor, but it's like, okay, does there need to be? Is that the trade-off though for the heat? I mean, I can get awesome heat out of several different RDAs. And I'm not burning my fucking lips, and I'm getting great flavors. So definitely something that I was not super crazy about. When it comes to the deck, outside of the fact that it's not his, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just pointing out the obvious. But my biggest issue with the deck, he loves the Dead Rabbit. I like the Dead Rabbit. I'm not in love with it, but I like it. It's a good RDA. I enjoy using it. The deck was a little bit more cumbersome than what I like to use on a typical day. Now, obviously, once it's built, you're good.
Right.
But wicking it can be a little bit of an issue. But anyway, this solved a lot of the problems that I had with the Dead Rabbit RDA deck. And this really, I can see what I'm doing when I'm clipping my leads and everything else. The only other issue that I had with this deck was when you have your coil on there, you put your first coil on there, you position it where you need it, you clip your leads, you're good to go. You put the next coil. It does get a little tight in there to start clipping your leads, a little bit.
It depends on where you put the coils initially.
But once again, I've got, and the reason I say that is because these sit so damn close together. I mean, like when you look from the top, like my coils are like that. They're like right there.
My coils are about a millimeter apart.
Which is what I'm pretty sure it's designed to be like, because you're supposed to just put juice on there and vape, you know. But the problem that I have with that is I have to keep the first coil positioned correctly in order to get the next coil over to see where I want to position those exactly. So, like I said, not my 100%, oh my God, favorite deck to build on, but much improved. Not a problem. And these are very subjective, very nitpicky cons. But that's just something, when I'm building, I just happen to notice. I'm like, well, shit, okay, I gotta...
See, I don't find it that difficult. It's just, I guess it's a different in what we're looking for. But yeah, I mean, I showed it in the build. As long as you put both your coils in there and don't bend them in. I think some people are having trouble because they put them in there and then go ahead and bend them before they clip their leads. That can cause an issue. Put them in there, leave them alone, clip your leads, then bend them into the middle.
If now, nothing else, you're going to have to just leave yourself just a little bit of room so you can bend them in.
One thing I like about this deck, and I haven't tried it yet, but there's a lot of cool pictures on people getting creative and stacking coils and putting quad coils and all kinds of stupid shit. You've got room to do that. That's cool.
Yeah, there is a lot of room on the deck. I will give it that. There's a lot of room on the deck. I guess my biggest thing with the whole clipping leads thing, I mean, I don't know. I guess for just you know, it's just, it seemed, I always register how hard it is to build on a deck by how many steps I have to take in order to build the deck. And with this, there's an extra step or two than some decks I've used. And that's not saying it's bad. That's just saying, okay, just not something, you know, super crazy about that idea. But having used one particular RDA in the last 24 hours.
Oh man!
I will say no. This is great.
That's coming. So we're gonna leave that there. But
that's a 2018 mystery.
Compared to that, this is like, you know, the easiest thing in the world to work with. But anyway, so yeah, pros are everywhere. The airflow on this is so smooth. Oh my God! Very smooth. Lots of it. I love that T-shaped airflow. I like to cut off that very top row and leave the rest of them open, and it's perfect. If you open it all the way up, it's a lot of airflow, so cloud chasers are going to love this thing. If you open the airflow up a lot, it does cut down the flavor. That happens in every vape. But yeah, I mean, like, pros are everywhere for me. I love this thing. Build quality is pretty good. The O-rings are nice. I think my O-rings are actually a little tighter than his. I don't know if that's a quality control thing or what, but yeah, the O-rings on this were a little bit bad. But as you can see, yeah, no problem. I can grab that and it doesn't fall, so it's not a big deal. Like I said, probably one of the biggest things that I love, and once again, it's not so much just this RDA, but like I said, the notches that they put in the deck. Just in order so take your RDA off, you don't have to worry about. Yeah, it's just a real nice convenience thing. You don't have to worry about your O-rings loosening up once they've got juice on them. So like it just spins and you can't get your RDA off. So that's definitely nice. Once again, it's not hard to do. I'm going to say that again. It is not hard to do, but with those notches comes the price of you have to have your coils positioned correctly for the airflow, because there is no adjustment of your where the airflow is going to hit. So you got to have your coils put right for the airflow to get the maximum out of it. But the way the deck is designed, honestly, it's not hard. Once again, it's not hard to do. It's not. I'm just simply saying that was something that I saw that, okay, if somebody, you know, we've been building for a while now. You know, somebody who hasn't been building for, maybe they'll fuck the coil or something, or maybe they'll call your grandmother and never call her back again. I don't know. There just might be an ugly human being. But at the same time, I'm just simply saying that possibility rests there with those notches. That's all I'm saying. I've been building for like 2 years, almost 2.5 years probably. Which I know compared to a lot of guys, that's no time at all. I've built on a lot harder decks. That's what I'll say. This deck, I think, is very, very simple to build on. Oh, like I said, it's not a bad deck to build on. It's just the fact that, like I said, it's not right. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna suck the Vapor Chronicles cock because I think he made the second coming of the Jesus Christ deck. I just don't think he did. Jesus Christ deck. Okay. I'm just saying, I just don't think he did.
I mean, it's not a bad deck to build on. I like building on it. It's not hard to build on, but it's not as easy or my favorite deck to build on. Maybe that's the way to put it. It's not my favorite deck to build on.
That's a good way to put it.
However, the vape is stellar, guys, and I'm going to say that again. We like this, but
I love it.
As reviewers, we have to nitpick, and we have to
look at this.
You know, are there things that I would have changed on this? Yeah, probably a little bit. I probably would have, you know, maybe, I don't know, ballooned out. I don't know. You could do this 15 different ways. That's the part of innovation. But at the same time, it's kind of like the Dead Rabbit. I'm putting it kind of in the categories of the Dead, even though I like this better than the Dead Rabbit. You gave me good flavor. You gave me smooth airflow. You gave me a not super complicated deck to build on. That checks most of my you know, must-haves on it. The only thing that I'm not crazy about is just how hot the vape is, or it can be depending on your coil.
That again is completely subjective. I like a hotter vape than he does anyway, so it doesn't bother me. But
I like a hot vape. That's the fucking problem. It's that fucking hot.
What it boils down to for me personally, though, would. And again, as we say so often, we bought these. We weren't sent these by anybody. So we can be completely unbiased because I spent my money on it. Would I buy it again? I would. I absolutely would buy it again. I wouldn't mind buying a silver one and then having a full black and a full silver one.
Right.
Instead of the two-tone. Yeah, I like the two-tone.
I like the two-tone. It's different.
Two-tone's different.
It was different. I like that he went with something a little different.
World, but it's different. But I would buy it again. Yeah, would
I buy it again?
I would.
Yeah, probably. I would buy it again. I can tell you right now, you know, just it's not the first RDA that I reach for, but it's definitely on the list.
You do reach for it.
I do reach for it. There are RDAs that I've vaped in the past that I'm like, eh. This one's going to stick around for a little bit.
We've got one coming up that we're like, what?
Oh, my God, dude.
Anyway, that's coming again. That's what she said. But anyway, I think that's going to do it, guys. I mean, in my opinion, beard approved all day long. We definitely have some issues. We don't like that the deck was blatantly ripped off.
I will give it a beard approval. Like I said.
But it is a great vape.
It's a good vape. Just the vape aspect of it, I can't deny how it's just good. On the principle aspect of it, it's like, dude, come on, really, come on.
Right.
I don't care that you did it. I just don't like the fact that you're claiming
about it.
I don't like that you're claiming that it's yours.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You've got Bogan, and I haven't got to use Bogan's RDA yet.
Right.
I want to, the Bonza. He openly admits that, look, I took designs from like 6 RDAs that I loved, and I mashed them all into one. He was upfront about that. That's totally fine.
Yep. That review's coming in 2018,
But
guys.
he didn't say, hey, man, I spent 3.5 years of my life and 6 wives and 14
My children went hungry for 6 months because I couldn't get out of the office. I just had to keep designing this RDA.
But anyway, guys, yes, beard approved. I would buy it all day long.
I'll give it about a 7 out of 10. That's where it's going to rank on me.
I'm going to go with an 8. I love it. I do. I love the vape. I love the deck. I love it. So
7 out of 10 for me, guys, which you know as well as I do. That it's going to get a beard seal approval.
Yep.
Would I recommend it to others? Absolutely. That's another big thing that real quick before we missed it. The price is really reasonable for this RDA.
I got this for $34 shipped to my house.
I was about to say $35 shipped to my house. I can't really argue with that price.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going to recommend it to people as long as, you know, they understand what's going on with the deck and everything.
Right.
But like I said, beard approved. I don't really have anything else to say about it from there.
Let the hate fly.
Yeah, if you want to comment and threaten us, we don't care.
Bring it on.
We had a Juicy video. We get it all the time. We don't give a fuck.
But
like
anyway,
I said, guys, we're not paid to do this.
Right,
so
right.
I can sit here and say, I don't care. Like, we might even lose subs over this. Like, how dare you? This is the 2025 RDA of the year. That's how good it is. I don't fucking care, guys. This is my opinion.
That's fine. It's our opinion.
But anyway,
if you like it, guys,
if you like, give us a thumbs up.
If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. That's fine. That's fine.
It's okay. We don't cry crocodile tears over thumbs down.
Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at inbetween2beards. Drop us a line. Tell us that you're going to track down our houses and burn them down. That's fine. I'm getting ready to move anyway,
or
so
if you
that's
prefer
fine.
to do that by email, our email is inbetween2beards@gmail.com. Like I said, guys, you can troll, you can hate us, you can laugh, whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine. I want this thought to go through your head before you type on the keyboard.
We don't care.
Don't care.
I won't lose a second of sleep.
We don't. So, anyway, that's all for this week, guys. Like I said, next week, remember, no review, but we are going to do a top of all the shit that we've reviewed over this last year.
We're calling it the In-Between-2-Beard Tops and Flops. So,
episode 1.
We'll see you guys on Christmas, and until next time, vape on.
Vape on.